Hello and welcome back. It is 11:45. It's still Friday night here. We're actually one of the last places to change over to the new day. The wind is starting to pick up. You're going to be hearing it. It's starting, I don't know, it's probably blowing 25, 30, gusting a little bit stronger right now. But I'm going to be insulating this wall, and it needs to get done because our house is getting really cold. And currently it's about -5 degrees. So I'm going to finish getting this set up, and I need to put my headset on. So I will be working on this in and out. I'll be checking the chat, but I won't be able to be monitoring it all the time because I've got to get this wall vapor barriered, and then I've still got another 15 got to get done. Uh, yeah, it's got to get done tonight because it's getting cold. What is the temperature right now? I use WeatherBug as an app. It's a great tool. I've used it aviating for at least a decade. It's been great. So it's a WeatherBug. It is a green and blue WeatherBug, a green and blue ladybug for an app. I'm not affiliated or anything with them. Yep, it is cold. All right. Get the... What did I do in the headset, Soto? It's charging upstairs. Oh, it's windy. Watch out. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Keep them entertained. I'll be right back. Oh, wow, it's cold. I gotta change the plans. We gotta go outside because the Tyvek is blowing off. So, it's cold. It hurts my lungs. Let's see how this is gonna work. I'll try to take you with me. Why not? And I don't have my phone with me, so I cannot see the chat. I might have to lay you on the ground out there. But it's about to be cold, and I've got a hammer, so watch your ears. If you have headphones on, watch your ears, because I'll be hammering here in a second. I'll warn you beforehand. All right, Fro, come on. Oh, good, the wind died down for just a second. Oops, sorry for the camera work. All right. Here's sorry about that. Hopefully that didn't fall over. Now, if you got earphones in, you might want to turn the volume down on the hammer here. What in the world? Ooh, that's not good. Sorry, bro. I can't do this with gloves on. Oh, too cold for that. To not have gloves on. Sorry, I forgot to warn you. Watch your ears. I'm gonna hammer. And this was not a planned event to be racing a winter storm. It was a contract gone bad, and that's what we were left with. And it kind of put me in a predicament. But if you stop trying to make progress, you're not going to get anywhere. So I've put this thing together over the past 18 months, one nail at a time. That's all I could do in one day. I got one board on, one nail. It sucked. It's been absolutely miserable. I ain't gonna lie. But if the Coast Guard taught me anything about survival, if you're not doing anything, you're dying. Always keep working towards something. Whoa, that's slippery. All right, we gotta go warm up. Frodo! Oh, you're inside. My bad, buddy. No, you're not. Frodo! Oh no. That's not good. My dog opens doors So I've got to go shut the door. Probably open. Uh-oh. Hello? I gotta find my lost dog. Well, hey, no, come here. Come on. Hey, come here. You can go this way. Come here. Come on. Come on. No. No. Ooh. Breathe in my nose and out my mouth because it warms your teeth up and your lips. My hands started going blue. I had to go warm it up. Are you not streaming anymore? Nope, I think you're streaming. I don't know if you can see it's turning blue up there. It had gotten down to about right there, so yeah, it got cold real fast. I was only out there, what, 5 minutes? But I had to take my glove off. Alright, so I get the charger back on. Okay. I will check the chat in just a second. Sorry. Actually, I'm gonna come over here because my hand is really cold. What's up, buddy? Whoa, what is going on with my phone? Oh, hi, wow. Hi, Tay. Sorry, that got a little crazy for me. You're still awake. It's only 11:55 on Friday night here. You're like 3 a.m. already. You're listening to the song on loop. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I forgot the camera's over there. Blood out of your hand, it like you feel the cold tracing up. It's odd. If I bundled up better, it wouldn't be as bad, but I'm stubborn. I'll do that. Up fast. If you hear rattling and stuff in the background, the wind's really gusting. What are time when you get your free time? Watch your ears. This tape's going to be a little bit loud. forgot to cut it first. You know what? I do not want to do this right now. I want to drink. That cold air, it like takes it out of your lungs. It's not fun. Yeah, no frostbite. Frostbite's not good. Hey, the closest I've come to having it, I'll tell you in a second. I had to take the braces off. The sock that I wear underneath that knee brace, because it goes from like my lower shin all the way up my thigh. The sock thing had folded all the way down underneath two straps, and that wanted to start blistering a little bit. But yeah, the worst frostbite I ever had. I didn't lose anything. I'd taken off out of Bethel and went to a little village really close by in the middle of the tundra, and it was negative 37 degrees, and we can't fly past negative 40, but it was as cold as it was going to get. So I get over and land, but the Piper Lance has little drafts that come in you can't seal off, and it had soaked through my glove, and I was holding the yoke, and the yoke is freezing cold, so my fingers were already somewhat numb. And unload, get the passengers on the plane, get back in the plane, and I couldn't feel anything, and I tried squeezing the key, and my fingers, like, I couldn't squeeze it. And, you know, it dropped down like negative 42, I think, which that's a really critical level, because that's when your fuel starts freezing. And I cranked up the plane, windows started fogging up and freezing, and, you know, like 7 passengers, 6 passengers. But yeah, while I was sitting there, just I took my glove off and tapped my hand, and it just had this like tink, tink, tink sound. I'm like, holy cow, it was just like white and crystallized. But yeah, I had to just keep heat blasting on it. They used to say when you get frostbite that you want to warm it up slow and gradually. And they found out in the, I don't know, it was like late 90s, 2000s, that when you warm it up slow, the crystals of the water molecules that freeze, it cuts the tissue. So then they changed it to, if you start getting frostbite, freeze it as fast as you can and just leave it frozen until you can thaw it and leave it thawed. And that's probably one of the most critical things, is if you cannot leave it thawed, don't thaw it, refreeze it, thaw it, keep it frozen until you get to where you're going. So anyways, that's my tangent on frostbite. So last January, I got a letter from the FAA saying that I had lied on my medical, and the VA had reported all my medical records, and they wanted to charge me for like 18 years of paperwork for falsifying official paperwork. So they pulled my medical, so I haven't been flying, which I've been having too many surgeries to fly. And but the VA reported all this stuff, and I had my chest crushed and had pneumonia a few times. So the only category they had for lung issues was asthma. Now I know that. But since they reported it, they tried to charge me with all these years going way back, but I was a military aviator under the care of a military flight surgeon. So like nothing was falsified. I was active duty, but it's you gotta love the VA. They try to get you everywhere. But yeah, now they're saying that it's asthma. I do use inhalers after surgery, whenever they run that tube down for 3 or 4 months. But yeah, this cold, I walk out and it just tightens up. It's annoying. It's definitely gotten worse this year. Was that helpful? Thank you. This is one thing I don't like, is the delay, because I don't know what was helpful. You're like a big brother I never had but needed. I'm just late diagnosed neuro and a polymath. I never knew what I was until recently, and it's like I just always like learning something, or I'm not a contractor, but I mean, you got YouTube now. I'm an 80s baby, so you know, we know how to figure it out. We can plug in a RCA jack and convert that VHS into an MP3 and then upgrade it to 1080. So I think we can figure out how to put insulation in a wall. Anyways, I need to get busy. That's enough story time. I wasn't planning that. Northern lights are supposed to be out. Did I drop? Nope, it didn't drop. I thought it dropped. Yeah, the Northern Lights were out about an hour ago. And I was going to check. If they come out, I can take the camera out there, and I want to see if y'all can see them. And this is the website that I go to and check. I sent it earlier. I'll throw it in this chat as well. So I'm already sidetracked. I can't even put insulation in, and it needs to be done because I get sidetracked. No, nothing right now. Really? I hate it when this really thin tape just peels off in little strips. It's so annoying. What's so bad? There's going to be a funny comparison, this side compared to the side across the way. That side's all pretty and taped nice, and now I'm just like throwing it up there. I don't need to get sloppy. The wind has calmed down a lot. That was like, now it's the calm before the real stuff. You still have it on your laptop? Someone's lurking. Who is it? I've got one of the views because I'm on my phone and the GoPro is streaming. It's been really interesting, the growth of this channel, with nobody in this area, like friends, family, or like, you know, anybody like that looking at it. It's definitely been a lot better. I would definitely go with I think Rob the Mariner's always saying, don't tell anybody. I think you are all great too. So much better than previous channels as far as like actually being human. Still have it, someone's lurking. Maybe smoke. The smoke jumping back and forth. Can y'all hear the wind on there? There was just a really good gust. Yeah, taping the stash, nasty. Tag nut. I'll tell you, mentioned wearing a knee brace. Can I ask how you injured your knees? Stupid sorry, jumped off a retaining wall, landed on the drive for golf carts under the building. Hyperextended left knee, possibly tore MCL, never got it fixed. That stinks. Yeah, it's like the way you feel it wobble and you feel like the meniscus like squeeze out or something, or you feel that, like, for me I call it like a metal ring whenever the bones touch. So if the femur slides through to that tib fib through the meniscus, like you feel it and just, I don't know, it's a weird, if you put a fork in your mouth, if you ever had braces, that metallic flavor you get in your mouth, if that had a feeling, that's what the bone on bone feels like to me. I would say it probably like a Metallica style of music, if it had to be a style of music, with a high-pitched metal ring, if that makes sense. I can't see my phone right now. It's up on the counter. Did I miss the whole side? Wow, I did. Whoops. Last winter, there was a layer of wood on the outside, and we added 3/4 layer of wood this year and got tie back up. And I'm hoping it stays on this winter. We've got some metal to put on if we can. I just don't have the ability to do that right now. All right, sharp pain in the mix. Yeah, dude, that's sharp. Like, almost like a dagger goes straight through and just twists. And like I feel like a suction that goes into my knee. Right, lower leg, upper leg are technically misaligned. That's always a good one to add on top of it. About a couple degrees off. Yeah. But kneeling in gravel during basic didn't help either. Oh, what branch? Is the crap talking about to commence? National Guard is basic in Georgia. Army National Guard. That is the one branch that we are always, like, people ask what we do, and like, you know, when I was active duty, they're like, oh, well, you know, what branch are you in? And you're like, oh, Coast Guard. And you're like, oh, that's like that 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year thing, right? And you're like, oh, that's got to be fun. What do you do for a real job? Coast Guard. It's always fun. Kneeling, National Guard, Columbia, and South Carolina. When'd you go to boot? Uh-oh. I just felt something wet. Oh. I'm not going to use that piece. It was wet. Oh, it's buffering. You alright, buddy? Trying to find a piece of insulation that's really narrow. Good job, bud. Hey, Fofo. Now I'm just robbing insulation from the existing house. Because this used to be the outside of our old house, of the existing house. During COVID, I got furloughed from aviation. The aviation just shut down. So I went to culinary school and then decided we knew we needed a kitchen. Maybe the last piece of that one I'll mess with. Frodo! Hey, come here. Come here. Don't you stay in here. Come on. Frodo, get in here. So we're in 2011. Graduated high school, left 2011. Graduated, came back in June. So are you still in now? Or are you done? aviation. During COVID, aviation shut down up here, and I got furloughed. And then the company here in Kenai shut down, and so I went to culinary school. It was a Gusta Scafier. It was online. They were like one of the first to get approved during COVID for that. Which culinary school online, you're like, how is that going to work? But you have to describe flavors like the instructors were tasting them. So I feel like I learned a lot more having to describe it that way. And then after that, after COVID, we bought the house. We knew it needed a kitchen, and so we started building this in 23. And then the contractor packed everything up and walked off in May of 24. So and that's whenever like the surgeries and stuff started. Oh, that's an ugly nail. Two ugly nails. I've seen a lot of ads for that school. Yeah, it was really good. There was two teachers I wasn't a big fan of. I actually put a complaint in about them, and now I probably should send an email back and apologize. I didn't know, so I just got the autism diagnosis in February, and then they just added the ADHD on in July. So I didn't know about that when I was in culinary school, so the complaints are kind of not valid, because the way I understood stuff was a lot different than the rest of the class. So I kind of feel bad about the complaint. But other than that, like, it was a really good school. I definitely learned a lot. I keep in touch with a couple of the chefs who've moved on. So it's understanding the science of gastronomy or culinary has been really neat. I think my favorite course was world cuisine. You go to 12 different countries in 12 weeks. But it's fully, digitally immersive, so you never leave your house, but you learn the traditional roots of everything culinary. So that was a lot of fun, learning about that. Escoffier, it ends with IE. I'll grab a link real quick. I think I have a link. They used to give us like a QR code or something, and then they just sent out a alumni app. Augusta Escoffier is ESCOFFIER. I got it. Later, so many ads. It is hard doing this whole screen thing, live streaming while you're playing on your phone. Well, I guess I'm going there now. AUGUSTESESCOFFIER. And I cannot find the link. Augusta Escoffier School of Culinary Arts. There we go. It's not a link from me or anything. That's just I googled their website and that's it. But they really help you out with tuition assistance too. They've got their department. They'll find the money if it's available, and then like working with Pell Grant and stuff. So it's pretty simple finding the benefits that were out there. Right out. Who's that? Oh, I thought I was done with you. I don't like this white insulation. That was a good gust. Did I see? Oh, I thought I saw Schmo's name. You shut your own live down trying to pin smoke schedule. Nice. Thank you. I'll save it for later. Student, yeah, student loans. Those are good. Did you ever graduate or get a college degree? I think I always quit going to college or quit doing the courses whenever the subjects got boring. Like I would leave. I just wanted the fun courses. So how'd you get involved with Schmo? It's one of those like random late night lurking. I met him in vidIQ. What is health science? I mean, I got the general idea, but what else does it get into? Hey, Schmo, you're still up. It's 4 a.m. over there. Watch your volume. I gotta hit 2 nails. Oh. There we go. You missed the trip outside, Schmo. The house wrap started blowing off and the wind's been slowly increasing, so it started ripping up over here, so I had to go put some nails on, and I couldn't use my glove. By the time I was done, my finger was blue about halfway down. $4:30. What are you shooting? Who is texting me? It's not me. Did y'all hear a gun go off? Or did y'all hear a pop? The neighbors are texting me. Now when I say neighbors, they're not exactly like your city block neighbor. I mean, if I were to crank my car up, I'd have to go out there, crank up. It'd probably take me 3 minutes to drive to their house, so that's kind of our neighbors here. It's not a private road, it's a right-of-way off of a main road, and you drive back, and there's 7, 8 of us out here, and it's all it's self-maintained, so the state doesn't recognize it as a road, so it's just a bulldozer somebody pushed down through the trees, and then we've been plowing it regularly. I'll be back over there in a second. So when do you go to bed, Tay? Where did you go? Well, turn the fan on for a second. Mix the air up just a little bit. What's up? Alright, this is my dog's favorite toy. Hey, you want it? Huh? What are you gonna do with it? Huh? What are you gonna do with it? Huh? What? 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 Good dog. What? Yeah, that's forget any toy store, any toy from a store. Just give him a bottle. Ain't that right? What? Dork. Nice up. Nice up. Good night, Schmo. How old's the kid? Wake up. Oh. Wake up. Wake up. Uh-oh. thing go? Oh, just in time for him to get really mobile. Really? You want me to hold it for you? Right. Oh, good work. Yeah. There you go. I'm starting to get tired. That's not good. And I need another roll of tape. So. I really want to know, how do they make the wrapping around the tape stickier than the tape? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And keep an eye out for lights. They move really fast, so like they'll just flare up and they'll dance around and they're gone. How is that audio with the fan running in the background? Is that white noise annoying or anything? Grade of the adhesive, pressure it takes, yeah, plus whatever weight pressure of the pallet. Nice. Sticky tape is nothing like, well, yeah. We have actually put lots of tape on C-130s. It's that silver, really thick foil tape. Yeah, we were struck by lightning over Panama, and it blew out our aileron. So like the whole trailing edge of the aileron just split open, and we foiled that up. Worked good for a full deployment. Trying to bend all the nails in a 90, because we bought 3/4 inch plywood to go all the way around the outside. It was delivered, and somehow we ended up with like 1/4 inch ply, or I think it's like, it might be 1/2 inch, 15-30 seconds. So all of our 3/4 inch ply got taken off the site, and we ended up with stuff that cost a fraction of it. But he missed he missed the studs, so all these nails just poked through. But it's so cold outside, the nails will conduct the cold all the way in through the insulation. And since it's sub-zero, frost will form around it, and then it ends up molding. So just the name of the game is getting rid of anything that can lower the temperature in the. Was that a fun trip? See you next fall. Or what? Was it a nice fall? See you next trip. Still good. The temperature tape, I thought you were talking about the 100-mile-an-hour tape. I think bending down with the knees jacked up is probably one of the hardest things. Like, you don't know if the knees are going to be there for you. They just feel like rubber, they're going to collapse at any moment. Yeah, photo. Nice is there's like somewhat of a constant temperature across the room, and that's the first. So that means I'm making progress. Green, possible tear. I think I know what you're talking about. Nice fall, you had a good trip. I am not one to complain about autocorrect. Half the time I can't feel the keyboard, so like I have horrible typos, and I'm starting to wonder if I can't add like the whole dyslexia thing. Like, so I'll type stuff and I see what I wanted to put, but if I look away for 4 or 5 minutes and then go back and reread it, I'm like, what in the world did I just write? Like it's been like that my whole life, and I thought that was normal. Hey, buddy. Yeah, bro. What's up? You're acting weird today. You are. No, I'm happy. What's up? Hey, you can't help with this, sir. That's a big mouth and you have stinky breath. Go for it, bud. Go for it. 23%. This thing is charging slow. Not sure if it's a misfire, the ADHD brain, but perfectionist autism comes into play, and that's where I usually get. Yep, I know exactly what you mean. I think that's been the biggest relief learning about that stuff this year, is always feeling like you were different, but always being told just to act normal. You're like, well, I thought I was, but that's obviously not, so you learn how to act like everybody else. The first stream, it was dark over here, so I figured if you're supposed to do it better every other time, each time. I got a shop light. This is a Milwaukee, it's battery powered, but when the battery starts dying, it blinks at you. So I figured that might help a little bit of the backlighting. Turn the main one off. Let's try just the main one on. Oh, I guess when this battery dies, it might just have to be dead. I don't have a way to charge it. Oh, we buffered. I'm back. Is it gone? It's no good. Oh, here we are. Maybe. Found a piece. It's not the same, but it's the same. Hey, what's up? Are you saying sup to me, or you just let me know that I'm back? I thought I'd drop the stream there for a second. There went the knee. Hey, one thing that really stinks, race. It is in town, like 5 miles that way. I can't get the script from the VA for it. It's like so simple to get. It's like so close yet so far away. Is this the last line of tape I gotta do on this section? I think it is. Is this the last piece? It's a little bit long. I think it is. Maybe. Nope. Maybe this is the last piece. That one wasn't the last piece. This was the last piece. Alright. Is that it? Uh-oh. I thought I was going to do that, and somebody said to look into how well it does in the Arctic since it's a newer product. And so I learned that this is a cold roof, so I have to insulate down low and keep an air channel open outside to dry it out. And people who've been using the spray insulation, all the wood is just rotting really fast because, I mean, it's sub-zero outside. It's probably 80 degrees up there, so that means the dew point's in the middle of the wood, so all the water is going to form right in the middle of the wood. When the humid air from a kitchen or just us breathing, it's going to soak into the wood. It's going to turn into liquid right there, and then it's going to freeze when it gets really cold, and it's going to expand it and break. So I don't At this point, I wouldn't trust the foam in my current condition. I was thinking about doing the crawl space, the subfloor with it, but I want to look into that a little bit more. But the way I think about stuff, like I connect dots in all sorts of weird random ways. The joints are getting loose. I hope I'm done with the ladder for now. Now, will we have enough plastic to do it all? I think we said last video that I would if I went horizontal with it. But why couldn't I go vertical with it? That'd be a lot less tape. I'm gonna try to go vertical. I probably shouldn't. So if you're still awake, working on a pillowcase at almost 5 in the morning, are you one of those that only sleeps 3 hours a night? Or 3 to 5 hours? 2 to 5 hours? I think my entire life basically like 2 to 4 hours, and like I'd be okay. It gets old after a while, but it's just like your brain just doesn't shut off. This might even work out better than I expected. I think I can slide it down like an inch. Oh, look at that. I think that's going to work. Mention turning the string. That's a good idea. What's the number one place you visited and would go back to? Well, it would be Indian caves. Basically, yes to sleep, too little or too much. Especially when I was pregnant with little man, I slept a lot. Had my feet up a lot and didn't do the damn thing, which I do regret. The kid took it out of me. I get it. What is Indian Caves, or where is that at? What's the number one place I visited? Where would I go back to? There is a place in Ecuador along the coast, next to the Amazon, and it's close to the border. Oh, it's Colombia or Panama? Oh, no, it's the northern side or the southern side. I'm trying to find tape, and I'm picking up a knife. Oh, I left it up there. But it's this little hole in the wall, like shack, mom and pop shack, and it's like $3, and you get, they call them prawns, but they're lobsters like that long. Like the tails are probably that long. It's like $5, and they just feed you like crazy. But it's right on this really gorgeous beach, and to one side there's a natural cave that the water is like worn into the side of the beach and the cliff and stuff. And during low tide you can walk through it. And so it was a really neat place. And then you hear the howler monkeys are off in the Amazon, just like randomly calling. So I don't know, it's just kind of a, I don't know, it's like an eerie, surreal place, but the smell is really fresh. But I can't find, I've been searching Google Maps, like all the coastline along Ecuador, I can't find where it was at. Like, I don't know, with the not geology, like, I don't know, with the not geology, but like land time. I don't want to say evolution, because not like spiritual faith based, but just like the cycle of the land. Like you've got the cave there, like what all happened on that land. Like I just learned that the property we're on, I call it virgin land, because I don't know, 100 years ago. So the oldest tree on the property is like 80 years old, and they're all dying. They're all just like topping over, and the spruce are dying off, or something like that. But looking in the ground, it's all stratified and all these like different layers. There's a lot of magnetite, and it's just really compacted. And then looking into it, this is the first growth on the soil, because the soil just thawed, 100 years ago. And so it's got all the layers of the glacier, the ground over the ground and stuff. So like, it's possible that there's nobody that's ever like dug on this ground before. So I've been digging around the yard, having fun, collecting magnetite sand, and like finding some really interesting rocks and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what we find next year. That part looks cool. Child's play. Somebody left a comment that he gets it, it's child's play. That's why I don't want Alaskans on here. Oh, we did. There's, is my shorts on? I'm pushing backwards with the tractor, and a bone popped up, which it's not uncommon. Yeah, this one. Oh no. Why can't I share you from here? I go in and grab it a different way. I don't want to end the video on here because I'll lose the chat. So I'll go into the studio. Yeah, I was just pushing backwards with the tractor, and this white thing popped up, and I'm like, that looks like a joint of some kind, and then like a femur popped up. It's like always something random like that. A mammoth skull. How did that come about? That piece of plastic worked out the perfect width for that. I got lucky twice. I think my knees want to break. In fact, either getting the whole thing is horrible. Ow. Yeah, that's like just being up here, like the weird stuff like that happens. Like, how do you share it? Like, do you share it? Like, it's such a weird, unique thing, but there's not. I couldn't see the story in it, and like, who's gonna care about like, oh hey, look at a bone? Which I think that was the first video I posted of that one. It was like just the video, I think, with music, and as it progressed, I'm like, okay, you've got to have a story behind it. And that currently is where I left it at, is like, you know, what do you do if you have a bone? But like, well, what do you do for a hook for that? So other than just having clips like that, and then I saved them on the YouTube shorts, and then as I build a story, eventually I'll go back, download those from Studio and use them as B-roll. So I don't know what do you do with it. Homer the Mammoth in Wayne County, Iowa, a mastodon, which is still a Dium mammoth. 2024 mastodon. There's some tusk around Beard Inlet. It is, you've got Alaska. So if you hold your right hand up like this is the Canada side of your thumb, and you come over here, that would be the Aleutian chain. So this is Alaska to us. And then up here is the body of Alaska. So Beard Inlet is right here in the middle of the state. So you got the Aleutian chain, you go straight up, you got Beard Inlet. It looks like a T-Rex when you're zooming in from Google Maps. But along the east side, so the side that's closest to like the inland, flying around low level, there's mammoth tusks sticking out of the shore. Because all the Bering Sea water comes in and the ice flows in, it grinds up the shore and then takes everything to this one spot. But you can't really get out there. You'd have to have an expedition. It's like helicopters, float planes. You could probably get a boat on there. And like the natives, they have and they'll have in their yards and stuff. It's pretty neat. Greater Shenandoah. Shenandoah, is that Virginia? Shenandoah. Little known history of Shenandoah, part 2. A mammoth skull, cabin, barn, and entire house. The items are linked to Shenandoah's history. I don't know, I don't know if we can read verbatim on here, can we? Which I didn't really mean to read verbatim. Shenandoah, Iowa. I know we're at cousins, they don't get invited to the cool kid clubs. So I'm guessing, just by chatting with you tonight, you probably like visuospatial, like not riddles, but like you got the pictures that are lined up. You normally have like 9 or 12, and you have to like predict what the next picture is. So you got to figure out the problem of, like, you know, it's a square picture and you'll have a lines poking up, and the second picture it'll be sideways, the third picture will be up, and then what's the next picture going to be? I'm guessing you like stuff like that. Alright, now seeing myself do those hand motions, that's really weird. You can check out this if you're interested. It's $250 membership. It's for a lifetime, but it is a neurodivergent, like, geeks playground. It's a lot of fun. Well, I say it's a lot of fun. It's completely random stuff. Like every Saturday they do a quiz bowl, but it's globally. So just anybody logs on. Like there's only been like 4 or 5 of us lately, but it's just talking to other like neurodivergent whatever from around the world, and just get to, I don't know, experience other cultures in real time. It's been kind of neat. It'd be hilarious if you said you were already a member. Ow. Well, that's got a lot done. If you compare it from the first 30 seconds of the first live stream to now. It's actually made some progress. For entry-level security analysts. Uh-oh. No, maybe one down. Oh, I understand. No, they did an offer. What was it? It was like 4? It was 4 payments over 2 years. That's what I did. So, and then I just paid extra, and then I think it didn't take long. But yeah, the president's name is Alice. She'll work with you. She's got a couple, I think 3 programs. Because it's like, it really was a place of, I'm finding out it's like a lot of more late diagnosed folks, and yeah, so it's a legit community. There's a couple bad videos, like people bashing it or saying it's one like a Mensa wannabe, but it's just really traumatized people that found a safe place, I guess. Also, I potentially got hired. Google themselves. Nice. Do you do anything with CCTV? What do you do right now? Sing? Sure exactly how to cut this, so I was going to go behind this felt sill on here. I think I should go behind it, yeah, because I don't want any airflow. Nope, but it gets into it. Okay, put my voice on mine. You know, job at the moment. Oh, push YouTube. That's kind of where I'm at. Is not really looking at sponsorships, but just making trying to make entertaining stuff, tell stories from the past. Since I've got all the medical stuff coming up, and it's something to pass the time, because laying around in bed recovering absolutely is horrible. It's like you just watch the seconds go by, so you just learn to entertain yourself, and you can only watch so much of Mr. Beast. What am I looking for? Tape. There's actually MIT has free college. You can take every class that MIT offers at no charge. So you just register real quick, and if you want to get credit for the course, then you have to sign up and pay for it. But there's a lot of free things to pass time on their website. Ouch. I do find this entertaining. We'll throw some puff in the tip jar for sure. No, I appreciate it. No, like the Schmo group, and there's a Discord group I'm in. It's OSENT Collective. They were doing a lot of streaming with the Israel stuff, and then the Ukraine. So I ended up in their Discord of 123 people. So a lot of the subscribers came from there, and then Schmo, and you helped out a lot. So I really appreciate that. What do you mean lacking with social media platform? Like as far as like Instagram, like all that stuff? Like I'm just doing YouTube. Like I don't know, I think there's too much potential with YouTube to try to do all the other platforms right now. But you can't make a video going around a bike track with just a video or just audio of complaining about another girl getting more views. Like that's not gonna work. I think Mr. Ballin, the storyteller, I came across his channel, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years ago. And then I went back and started learning storytelling from Matthew Dix, and just like really did deep diving, like super hyper focus into Matthew Dix and his storytelling. And then I went back to Mr. Ballin, and I have watched I think every episode of Mr. Ballin a dozen times, and just breaking down his story style of starting out every time is like a location and a date and some sort of item. And it's like, you know, it's been the key of like all the successful storytelling channels that I've seen, and even the good videos. They all start with a story of, hey, I was in this room and I needed this, but I couldn't. And I'm like, it's such a simple strategy. Mr. Ballin. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do next, because I really don't want to tape anymore, but I have to. Yeah. I'm wondering if you didn't get into content creation as more for the digital arts therapy from dealing with what he had to deal with. I know I have definitely found it helpful, especially with AI. Like you can tell AI your stories, and half the time it comes back with, sorry, that's inappropriate, we can't do that. But it's like, this is a historical document of an experience, we're sorry, that's inappropriate, we can't do that. I'm like, come on. I think that'll work. Surprising how much concentration putting a piece of tape on takes.